Hey guys, in this tutorial I'm just going to kind of show you a little bit of how magic works. I'm not going to explain too much into it for right now, but we'll talk a little bit about it. So this, and the reason why I'm going through this one is because magic is probably the one that's the most complex. So if you're not going to be a mage, you don't even have to watch this. Okay, so this you may want to read just to show you kind of what happens when you level up. Essentially, from uh, you start with your magic points or your mana is equal to 10 plus willpower plus 1d6, and add willpower plus 1d6 every time you gain a level up to level 10. After level 10, it's just your willpower only. So that's just has to do with level up, but that's later on. Okay, so if you want to, as a mage, and this what's cool about this game is if you want to wear armor and a heavy plate and be a awesome, a tanking wizard, you can do it. The only thing is there's penalties. So it shows it right here for leather armor. This is the strain, and what that means is if any armor is described as one of these, this is how much extra MP you're going to cost when you do it. So, for instance, if you're wearing light leather, if a spell costs 5 MP, it would cost 6. Okay. And if you're wearing heavy plate, it would cost 11 because you're adding that strain onto it. Does that make sense? Okay, so on casting rolls, so that means whenever you're casting a spell, okay, this is important. This is not Arcane Blast. Arcane Blast is a free attack. This is when you're wanting to cast a spell. This is like a test in itself, and this is what your roll is going to be. Okay, so now you know what the importance of intelligence is. It has to do with actually being able to cast it. So your cast is 3d6 plus intelligence plus any arcana focus. So there's different magics, and if you're focused in that magic, you get that extra plus 2. So this is what I did here under spells. I put casting roll 3d6 plus intelligence. That's if you want to do that, just to remind you, you can. Okay, so and then whenever you're casting, you're trying to hit a spell's target number, and I'll talk about that later. Okay, so then you're going to do your spell power. For many spells, making a successful casting roll is all you need to worry about. Make it, and the spell works as intended. Sometimes, however, you must overcome a natural resistance of the target before the spell takes effect. So, if like you're, for instance, um, if you are trying to take over somebody's mind, if you're trying to enter in somebody's mind, then you're going to have to test. So the spell power is the measure of your arcane might. Certain spells allow the target to test against spell power to resist. So, like for instance, let's go ahead and calculate spell power. Spell power is 10 plus willpower, and then plus Arcana focus if you have them. That's a 12 for me. So that means anytime, like say I'm trying to take over somebody's mind, and I do 1d6 damage. If they succeed, I still do 1d6 damage. But let's say they don't, and they roll a 10 against that 12, then they take 1d6 damage and extra stuff. Like maybe they can't move for a turn or something. And you may be confused and wondering, well, how will I know? Well, that's what I'm about to show you. Um, so what you'll do is you'll look at this is the spell format. It'll show you. I'll kind of show you what that is. This is for the stunts for magic. I know we haven't talked about that yet, but this is kind of what you'll use once you understand what stunts are. Okay, so you have different arcanas, okay, and that's like just different schools of magic, okay. So you have air arcana or magic, you have divination, you have earth, you have fate, you have fire, you have healing, just tons, okay. So let's just go ahead on healing since we're right here anyways. So you have tons of different ones, and you guys can look and see which ones you like and the different abilities you'll get. Okay, so like for instance, so what you're gonna do? Let's say you want to be a healer. Okay, so you're gonna look right here. What you're going to first look under here, and it's going to show you what novice gives you, journeyman, master, just like any of the other talents. Okay, you have novice, journeyman, master of in magic as well. So then you're going to look on requirements. Okay, so to have um, to have this spell, so this is the healing arcana is like what that school is, and these right here are the certain these are going to be your spells. That makes sense. Okay. So, like for instance, you're going to look at Healing Touch. The requirement is Healing Arcana Novice. So basically, as soon as you choose to go down this, you instantly get Novice. So that means you instantly get Healing Touch and Revival, right? So this will show you what the spell type is, utility, but that means it's like it's helping you do something. It's not damage. It's not anything else. It's usually most of the healings are going to be utility. This is going to show you the mana cost. This is going to show you what kind of action it is. Is it a major or minor action? And this is what I was talking about, the target number. Okay, so do you remember when we were talking about this? So to be able to figure this out, you got to do 3d6, which I rolled a 13, plus my intelligence, which is 2, so 15. And I don't have a focus yet, so 15, and that's the target number. I beat it. Does that make sense? And this will tell you if there's a test. So, and then this is going to tell you what it does. So your touch seals wounds and restores vigor to one wounded target. You can choose to spend up to 3 MP when you cast a spell. For each MP spent, the target gets 1d6 health. Okay, so you spend up to 3. You roll d6. Ooh, that was a terrible roll. Let's just say, and I rolled a 11, so they get 11 health back. And you can cast this on yourself. Okay. So same thing with everyone. You're going to look at what it is. The cost is 5. Let's see. Go up here what it does. Your touch restores grievously wounded or fallen dying character adjacent to you regains 10 plus their constitution plus your willpower and health. Okay, so that's cool. Um, and this is probably a dying character is someone who's gone to 0, so 0 hit points. So okay, so and then but if you look at this requires a journeyman and this requires master. So you're gonna have tons of spells. The lightning, like this for instance, you look right here, it's an attack, and then you see what it does. So everyone, they're all pretty self-explanatory. If you ever have any questions like these. Like this one, for instance, this Hero's Aegis is defense. This one right here, Hero's Might, that's an enhancement. You probably, Hero's Might, you gain a +1 bonus to damage when making a melee or ranged attack. So that's pretty cool. You can, help out your party or help out yourself, give yourself bonuses. So, and there's tons of stuff. So really, it's just going to go by what you want to do. I'm recording, right? Okay. Whew. Didn't know if I was recording. So, the ones, if you just want to start off with something easy, I would do like healing and fire. So like healing arcana and fire, just to be, because they're all pretty straightforward. So yeah, just read what they do. And then that's it. And whenever you get done, you write down whatever your Arcana is and write down. You can list, whatever you want as far as you can list all this information if you want. You can however you want to do it. So, anyways, so that's it on that.